Hello, everyone. It's Mega Champ again. Don't worry, no more controversy. Well, maybe. Clearly, what's controversial means different things to different people. What a shock! Jeez, I swear. And no, I don't feel any differently. And probably won't. So, with that out of the way, the Game Awards is over. Whether that's a good thing or not is also subjective and up to personal preference and opinion. So, you know what that means, God. I swear, it really feels like not that long ago when I was doing this for last year, but it was literally last year, so I'm telling you, these years, they just, they fly by. They really do. So yeah, it's time for my end of the year stuff. My end of the year content, videos, whatever you want to call it, I guess. So as always, obviously, it's gonna be, my personal awards. What I personally felt was anime of the year and game of the year for the anime that I watched in the year and the games that I played in the year. And of course, my most anticipated for 2024 and my bold predictions for 2024. But first up is this video, which is what I did last year, basically, which is my review of my bold predictions that I made for this year. Now, obviously, it is still early December as of the recording of this video, so things can and always will possibly change, but most of my bold predictions were gaming related. So because of that, and because the Game Awards is pretty much the last gaming event, quote unquote, of the year, there's really nothing else that's more than likely going to happen that will either confirm or deny the bold predictions that I made for 2023. So, unless something changes, yeah, this is it. Final decisions have been made, and, it's over pretty much. I mean, gaming news is now going to be dead and boring for the next 2 months until February, so oh well, I guess. And oh boy, you have to keep in mind, obviously, that these were bold predictions that I made literally a year ago. So, December of last year. And you're going to see a pattern very quickly here. And that pattern is a big oof. A very, very big oof. Yikes. Well, oh well, I guess. I mean, that is why they're called predictions. I mean, literally, they're just predictions. Obviously, I did think some of them were obvious, but that was a year ago, and clearly they weren't as obvious as I thought they would be. Again, big oof. Oh well. It is what it is, I suppose, so, yeah. This is my review of my bold predictions for 2023. I will say what they are. Yes, I still have them. Just like I did last year. And I will say if they were correct or not. And I'll give some, opinions and thoughts and say some things about them. Oh no, Mega's giving his opinion again. Run for the hills. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Opinions are mine and mine alone, obviously. I'm allowed to have my opinion, you're allowed to have your opinion. Everyone's allowed to have their own opinions, so yeah. This is my review for my bold predictions for 2023. So, first things first, bold prediction number 1 was that the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC will be announced and released. And here are my notes. I didn't edit these throughout the whole year. I can assure you of that. So my previous notes were, I don't know how many there will be, obviously, especially after the BS controversy, quote unquote, and it's already been leaked, quote unquote. Yeah. This was last year after I made that wonderful November video of last year. Nothing has really changed, and I still don't feel any differently when it comes to Pokemon stuff, but that's neither here nor there. And I will talk more about Pokemon during my bold predictions for 2024, because I stated that I always have a Pokemon prediction, so I'll leave that discussion until then, even though it's literally the same thing I've been saying constantly. Anyway, so yes, the Scarlet and Violet DLC came out. Not only did it come out, they both came out this year. One is coming out next week on the 14th. That would be Indigo Disc. And Teal Mask also came out. So yes, the Scarlet and Violet DLC both came out this year. What a shock. And it looks like it's only going to be 2 DLCs, just like with Sword and Shield. What a shock. Yes, very sarcastic. It's not a shock at all. So this goes in line with Pokemon Sword and Shield. It had 2 DLCs, so now Scarlet and Violet has 2 DLCs. Could that change? I'm not so sure. I would say no, because there have been some things, reports, leaks, whatever wording you want to give it. There's stuff going around that states that they are going to make another game announcement next year. So yeah, there's only 2 DLCs for Scarlet and Violet. And that's all I'm going to say about that. There's really nothing else to say. I've already stated everything that I'm going to really say about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and the Pokemon franchise in general. And again, despite what it seems, I don't actually like sounding like a broken record, so I don't like repeating myself, so I'm not going to do that. So the point here is that this bold prediction was correct. Absolutely correct. The Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC both came out this year. There's nothing else to really say. Pokemon is not hard to really figure things out. Well, in my opinion at least. Just gotta use basic common logic. I don't really see how that's controversial, but, you know, whatever, I guess. Well, yeah, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC both came out this year. Before I move on to the next one, although really it's the rest of my bold predictions, I'm going to let you know right now, this is the only correct one. RIP. Like I said, big oof. None of these bold predictions have aged well at all. Now, I'll talk about them in a bit. Some are probably still going to happen, I feel like, and they probably will. And I still feel like they are going to happen. They just didn't happen within a year. Doesn't mean they won't happen eventually. They just didn't happen within this year, within 2023. So this was, unfortunately, the only bold prediction that I got correct out of 6. I'm becoming a broken record. Big rip, big oof. But, you know, most of my Pokemon predictions do end up correct. Although, maybe, finally, at long last, a Pokemon prediction is going to be wrong. Not that it really matters. Again, stay tuned. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Doesn't really make that much of a difference in the end. But the point is, this is the only correct bold prediction I had. It wasn't really that hard to figure out. Okay. Oh boy. So, I'm going to have to say some quote unquote controversial things for this next one, but let me at least talk about it first. Bold prediction number 2 was that the Hollow Knight Silk Song will finally come out. So yeah, this was way wrong. I thought it was obvious. I mean, they did say at the June Xbox Showcase of 2022 that it was going to come out within a year. That was a bold-faced lie, but that's on Xbox. I don't really know what to say about this anymore at this point. Well, I do, but it's controversial, and nobody seems to like when I speak the truth, clearly. So, there's not really much I can say at this point, except I am so sorry, Hollow Knight fans. That's all I can say. I mean, that idiotic and really bad motivational speech video that I did still stands. You shouldn't give up. I mean, look how long us Digimon fans waited for Digimon Survive, but I don't even know where to begin with this. I mean, it's gonna come out eventually. Maybe. Everyone, this is the new joke. This is the new Duke Nukem Forever, I think, was the one that took forever to come out. Although that record has now been broken by Beyond Good and Evil 2. So, yeah. I don't know what is going on, I really don't. There were some things updated on the Steam page that made it seem like it was going to be correct. But apparently that's not the case. Hopefully it'll come out in 2024. That's all I can really say. It needs to come out in 2024 at this point. Because, oh boy, here we go. This is just me, okay? This is just how I personally feel. But I'm sorry, but I don't care how big or small Team Cherry is. I don't care if it's literally a 3-person team or not. Everyone keeps saying that it is. So I would assume that's true. I don't know if it's true or not. But even if it is, they are running out of excuses. I'm sorry. And in fact, I'd go even further and say they are out of excuses. I get that Unity had a major controversy this year, which was bullshit, don't get me wrong. But I don't really see how they can use that as an excuse. I'm sorry. How many years has Silksong been in development on Unity at this point, and all of a sudden, just because Unity had a controversy this year, all of a sudden means that development has started over from the beginning or something? I don't know if that's the case or not. Kind of ridiculous if it is. But they are running out of excuses. And if you ask me, they are out of excuses. This game needs to be put out. End of story. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know why they don't say anything to their fans that have waited way too goddamn long at this point. It's not a good look. Not a good look at all. But if you ask me, they are running out of excuses. And really are out of excuses. You need to put the game out. That's it. That's it. You gotta put the game out. Put it out in 2024. Because if you have not had a fan revolt, you're gonna get one. But like I said, that's just me, okay? Just me who feels this way. But hopefully it'll come out. Point is, this bold prediction was wrong. I have no idea when it's going to come out. It will come out eventually. Hopefully. And hopefully that will be 2024. I don't know. You're asking the wrong person. Throw all your rage at Team Cherry. And not that it'll do any good, as we have already learned. Let's move on. Oh boy, hold on a second. Alright, bold prediction number 3 was the other one that I thought was obvious. And in many ways, I still feel is obvious. Bold prediction number 3 was that Star Wars will be confirmed for Kingdom Hearts 4. My notes for it are that it's inevitable, unfortunately, regardless of if I like it or not, which I don't, honestly. I just hope it's not cringe. Those are literally my notes. This did not happen. We didn't get anything Kingdom Hearts news related. RIP. This is still going to happen. It didn't happen this year. And personally, I still think it's inevitable and will happen at some point. Why would I not? You've seen that I don't really change the way I feel on things. I still think Star Wars and Kingdom Hearts 4 is inevitable. It was teased in the reveal trailer. It may be teased again during the next trailer. But the point is that I still think Star Wars is inevitable for Kingdom Hearts 4. It just didn't happen this year. I feel like it'll probably happen eventually, and that this bold prediction will be correct at some point. It just didn't happen within 2023. But I do still think it will happen at some point, and will eventually be correct. But in terms of it being correct within a year, no, it was not correct. Obviously. Most of the discussion about when the hell we're going to get Kingdom Hearts 4 news again is more than likely after Final Fantasy VII Rebirth comes out, which makes sense, obviously. Again, basic logic. Unless, of course, they reveal Final Fantasy IX Remake, which I will be getting to here in a bit. But, I don't know, honestly. Obviously, I don't know. I don't know how many times I have to say that I'm not an expert, because I'm not. But, hopefully that's when we'll get Kingdom Hearts news. Now, I will admit to you, there is one more possibility for Star Wars to be confirmed for Kingdom Hearts 4. And that's Jump Festa, which is in December. No, I don't know why it's in December. I just know that it's in December. That's the last chance. Kingdom Hearts news has been shown and revealed at Jump Festa in the past. So it's a possibility, but do I expect it? No, because we got no news for it the whole year. So why would I expect anything else? But I do still think that Star Wars is inevitable for Kingdom Hearts 4. It just didn't happen this year. But I do think it will happen eventually, and that this bold prediction will eventually be correct. Just didn't happen this year. If things obviously change and this does happen at Jump Festa, I will try to make a quick video stating as such. But other than that, I don't think it's going to happen, because we have got nothing from Kingdom Hearts 4 for the whole year. But, things can and always will change, so we'll see. But it's going to happen eventually. It just didn't happen within a year. So the rest of these bold prediction was in the spicy category, if you recall. As in, it may not necessarily happen, but it could. So, bold prediction number 4 was that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will come out the same year as Final Fantasy XVI. Again, not aged well. My notes were very possible. This was a year ago. Crisis Core Reunion is out, and Rebirth is listed as next winter, but we'll see. That was obviously incorrect. It was confirmed as early 2024. Now we know Leap Year Day in February. Confirmed at Summer Game Fest this year. So it did not happen. I probably should have known better. We all know Square Enix is not going to put 2 major Final Fantasy games out in a year. That'd be stupid. Let's be honest here. It'd be incredibly stupid. So it made sense that they did not put it out until February, leap year day. It was a possibility because they said Crisis Core Reunion was this year, at this last year, or this winter last year, and that could have still meant March of this year, but it didn't happen. It came out in December of last year, so it was a very distinct and very real possibility. But obviously, logic dictates that of course it wasn't going to happen, and it's not. And yes, I will be talking about this game at a later time. That's the only hint you're getting. Although it's not really all that hard to figure out. Anyway. But yeah, incorrect. Oh well. Bold prediction number 5. Oh boy, here we go. Final Fantasy IX Remake will be announced. This and Tactics Remastered are the only major, quote-unquote, things from the NVIDIA leak not revealed yet. Everything else has basically been revealed and announced, pretty much. And this is from the fan creation thing, so obviously it's fake. Which is very good. You should go watch it. I don't think this is how it will be done, but it's still very good. So yeah, obviously incorrect. We got a crap ton of rumors about it around Summer Games Fest. So that was very interesting and a thing. And we got a lot of more rumors about it afterwards. It was always a distinct possibility, but it makes more sense to reveal it next year. It really does, because I believe something said that it was 2 years away, which was, I believe, this year, which means it won't come out until 2025 RIP. So, it would make more sense for it to be revealed and announced the next year, unfortunately. Assuming that release date is still correct and things haven't changed. But yeah, obviously incorrect. There have been too many rumors about it at this point, so it's probably going to happen eventually and inevitably. And probably sometime next year. I don't know when. I wish I did, trust me. My best guess is maybe PlayStation Showcase if they do it again in May of next year. That's my best guess, since reportedly it's PS5 exclusive. I can't say that with certainty, it's just literally my logical guess, but we'll see. But it probably is going to happen eventually. It just didn't happen this year, which is unfortunate. God, the reactions would have been glorious, including my own. Oh well. Again, a lot of oh wells here. A lot of big oofs and rips. Because none of this aged well at all. But, oh well. And last but certainly not least, the final bold prediction that I had for this year, number 6, was my yearly quote-unquote controversial one. Which was that Cartoon Network and Toonami will disappear entirely within the year. My notes for this was, I feel like the writing is on the wall. The writing is on the wall. For this, as far as I'm concerned, too many signs point to this with the Zaslav and Warner Brothers Discovery's actions this year for the Western animation medium and their continuing actions. And then I put in my stupid notes, sorry? Quote-unquote controversial, apparently. What a shock. Dumb emoji face. So, okay. Here's the thing about this. No, it didn't happen. Did I think it was going to happen? Yeah, because of everything they did. And guess what? It's still happening. But everyone wants to pretend it's not and act like it's not happening. Okay, you have fun with that. The writing is on the wall. And you can ignore it all you want for those people who want to pretend that the writing isn't on the wall for Cartoon Network and Toonami, which seems to be a lot of people. Not saying most, just a lot. But you can pretend the writing isn't on the wall all you want. Guess what? It's still there. Not only is it still there, it's getting bigger. Until you're not going to be able to ignore it anymore. Their actions have not changed when it comes to Western animation and cartoons. In fact, they've gotten worse. I would not be surprised if the entire Western animation industry just blows up. And we don't get cartoons ever again, except in films. You'll still get like animated films, but cartoons, big nope. Again, that's just how I personally feel. Boy, a lot of that going around. That's just how I personally feel. But if you have been paying attention, then you will see the same thing I have seen, which is that the writing is on the wall for this and Toonami. It's not getting any better. It's getting worse. But, it just didn't happen, so obviously I was wrong. So, you can laugh at me. I'll take it. I'll take the L. Because I have to. I still think it's going to happen eventually. It just didn't happen this year. Now, is it going to be literally like I said last year where it just disappears overnight? Probably not. Although that's still a very real possibility. But it'll probably be, because they can't just do that. Well, I guess they could. Anything is possible. But you would think they would at least give some sort of warning or announcement. But let's just say I wouldn't put it past them, where it just disappears. It's there one day, we go to bed, we wake up, it's gone. It's a very real possibility, I'm sorry. I mean, is this controversy hat on? Maybe. I mean, it kind of is. But, conspiracy hat? That was the word I'm looking for, I'm sorry. Is this me having my conspiracy hat on? Yeah, probably. But you can't really deny the possibility. Because anything's possible. Conspiracy mega? Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Is my conspiracy hat on that, it's just going to disappear overnight with no announcement? Yeah. But I wouldn't put it past them. Because there's too much evidence. And it hasn't gotten any better, it's gotten worse, so yeah, this was wrong, and I will take the L. But I feel like it's still going to happen at some point. Just didn't happen within a year. So yeah, that was all of them, believe it or not. Aren't you happy? So yeah, that was 1 out of 6. Again, rip. Boy. Just not well at all. Yep, 16% correct. Again, rip. I got 1 out of 6 correct, even though I thought 3 were obvious. Not so obvious, clearly. But that's why they're called predictions. I did make them literally last year. So, things can and always will change. If that it hasn't become obvious now, it never will. But, I guess it never will, clearly. But, oh well. Hopefully it'll do a bit better, though it's doubtful. I don't repeat predictions, just so you know, so some of this stuff is not going to show up again, but it is what it is, and it was just not a good year for me in predictions. I had a better year last year when it came to predictions, but every year is different. Things can and always will change, and, you take the L's and you move on. I don't really care how accurate I was, because they're literally just predictions, and that's really all there is to it as far as I'm concerned. But, oof, 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 and rip. So yeah. Just as a quick recap, so my bold predictions for 2023 were that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC will be announced and released, which was correct. That was bold prediction 1. Bold prediction 2 was that Hollow Knight Silksong would finally come out, incorrect. Bold prediction 3 was that Star Wars will be confirmed for Kingdom Hearts 4, incorrect. Bold prediction number 4 was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will come out the same year as Final Fantasy XVI. Incorrect again. Bold prediction number 5 was that Final Fantasy IX Remake will be announced. Incorrect. And bold prediction number 6 was that Cartoon Network and Toonami will disappear entirely within the year. Incorrect. Number 3 and number 6, which was the Star Wars for Kingdom Hearts 4 and the Cartoon Network and Toonami. I don't feel any differently about those two. I still think they're going to happen eventually. They just didn't happen within a year. So time will tell. But, this is about predictions for a year, not 2 years or 5 years or 10 years. 1 year. And a lot of these were incorrect except the Pokemon one. So, yes. Big oof, big rip. Oh well. They are just predictions at the end of the day, so. So that's it for this particular end of the year video. Just so you know, I am kind of getting close to the end of Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, which I probably am not going to be able to stream. So I'm sorry about that. I really wanted to, but nobody wants to hear about other people's problems, but let's just say that I really can't right now. So streaming is going to have to probably be put on hold for the foreseeable future. We'll see if I can do it again at some point. Hopefully I will. But it is what it is. But So this end of the year stuff may be temporarily interrupted for my full thoughts for Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, just so you know. But other than that, most of the stuff I'll be putting up will be end of the year stuff, beginning with this, with my bold review of my bold predictions for 2023. So next up, we're going to begin my Mega's personal end of the year awards for my personal anime of the year and my personal game of the year, starting with special awards, just like last year. I think I did it with anime first last year, so that's probably how I'll do it again this year. So next time will be Mega's personal anime of the year for special awards, which I will try to do either over this weekend or this upcoming week. So look forward to that, or don't. Whatever. But that's all I got. Very, very bad year for me in predictions, but who would have thought that I'm not an expert? What a shock. Anyway, that's all I got. This is Mega Champ saying next time I'll be providing you with more unlimited guidance. Bye.